Good morning and welcome back to Fresh. I'm Julie Dilorenzo, your host, and we are here in Nappanee, Indiana at Mike's Fencing. We're going to be talking with Chuck and Lisa Fuel in a moment, but of course we're with Peg Campbell, of course, with Elkhart County Living Magazine, which is always so kind to help sponsor this segment. And the new magazine is out, Peg. We're so excited. I'm excited. This was the first I saw. It was this morning.
This morning it was out for direct mail this past Friday. So we are so excited to have the new one out for everybody to enjoy. Lots of good information this time. Everything from how he proposed for those people who are planning their weddings and so forth. As always, our calendar of events is in here. But we've got such a nice article in here with pictures of stories about people who just got engaged. And there's always lots of things to do, especially coming into the springtime. We're starting to talk about hobbies and fishing and outdoor activities and just looking forward to the springtime and getting some more information out to everybody.
Right, and it is the February-March issue, so that's where we kind of fade into the spring. I think today's weather, we're all looking forward to spring.
Yes, we are. It's going to be a good year.
Well, remind everyone how they can pick up this magazine if they haven't gotten it yet.
Yes, you can pick this up at several of the area grocery stores, at some of the gas stations, anywhere where magazines are sold. You can pick this up on the newsstand. You can also subscribe to it for $12 a year, and it is out and available now. So look in your mailboxes if you are one of the subscribers or people who receive the magazine. And as always, you can go to our website, which is www.maplecitymedia.com. You can click on it. You can look at past issues. You can look at the magazine online. And, of course, subscribe or give me a call if you'd like to place an ad.
Well, and one thing exciting that we've talked about before is if someone needs to find something from a past issue, that they can also do that.
Yes, you can go and look at the back issues online and just, look up. Maybe you've missed an event or you want to check on an article, and you can always go back and look at those past issues.
Yeah, that's a great additive. All right, well, thank you so much, and we look forward to checking that out as the months come. We'll be featuring some of the articles in there. Thanks, Peg. Well, we did talk about it is the February-March issue. Spring is around the corner. I think people will be thinking about their yards and looking forward to the warm weather. And, I have to say personally, about 10, 12 years ago, I built a home and had Mike's Fencing do a fence for me around my pool. And today it is still standing. I was so excited that I didn't have to just pick chain link fence back then, but the options still were pretty small. Now it's just crazy. There's so many things to pick from. How have you seen, Chuck, the fencing industry change over the years?
It's gotten to be a lot more look friendly, that people like the looks that you can have from PVC and the aluminum ornamental, that you don't have to have the wrought iron or the expense of that there's other alternatives. Plus the PVC has come a long way with their colors and their different types of styles that would really help with them.
Right, I noticed behind us here that they gave it a little bit of a wood grain, which they didn't used to do that, and we were talking about that, Lisa, that this is kind of nice. I know from a woman's standpoint, we're all about aesthetics, and it's got to look pretty and flow with what we've planted in the way of flowers or whatever, and I'm sure that, you've seen some neat things come along that you like.
Oh, yeah, definitely the multicolors, the multi-heights, and now you can add all kinds of different, almost an accessorized fence, and make it very personable to your taste, to your neighborhood, and also to the function, depending children, pets, security, right, or whatever your function that fence needs to do.
Right, you can be private, or
yes,
you can let everyone
yes,
see what you're doing if that's the choice, or right, that you need to keep an eye on the kids. Yes. And one thing like Mike's leaning on here is kind of a stone look, and these are great and something that I didn't have when I was looking for a fence. And what would you use something like this for?
Accent corners. People can put them on their corners or next to their gates. They can put lights on them for visibility and stuff like that. But it's just to decorate it up, add a little more class to the fence so people aren't just looking for a fence.
And if you can use it, like you said, on corners, but some people maybe have a long fence. They could put it every so often as well.
Yep. They can do that, definitely.
And I know you have another look. This is stone that we have a really good view of, but inside here you also have another option, which is the brick, which, of course, if you're trying to tie in with your home. Now, do these come in different colors of brick?
Yes, they do. They come in all sorts of different colors. Stone, brick, and then the rock face.
Lisa, what have you found is the durability with let's start with the PVC that you carry?
Most of it ours does come with a lifetime warranty. Okay. Yes. Of course, it depends on what you buy. There is good PVC and there is cheap PVC. So one of the things Mike's does specialize in is higher quality product, which no matter what product you buy, you need to compare quality to make sure you're comparing apples to apples. My favorite right now is actually the aluminum.
Yeah,
because
it looks like a wrought iron, it looks like steel wrought iron, but it when I hit it, it's very lightweight.
It is, and it lasts forever, just like the PVC does. So I know, when you're looking in different price ranges, that's a whole nother look, but it's, for a reasonable price, as PVC has come down now too.
Well, one thing that I enjoyed when I was looking for fencing for my yard is I thought, well, I'm just going to have to put chain link up. And at the time, I was able to get the white coating over the chain link. But like you said, I added a white lattice work on top of the chain link. So it really added another dimension to my look. So anything new and exciting coming out? I'm sure you guys probably go to trade shows or manufacturing things. Anything that's coming out maybe this season?
The fence show is this month, and that's down in Orlando, so we usually try to go down there to see the fence show and see what's new and exciting and what's come out. A lot of the changes is in security and access control, which we do a lot of that, install operators and giving people different securities, and they can enter and go with different codes, and that way they can keep track of when the people come and when the people leave. Homes are getting to have more access control. That way they're keeping people away from their property because of the theft and stuff like that.
Well, and I had a thought in my mind when you were talking about that. I know gates, we've looked at some pictures of some job sites that you've done, and one thing really cool is I didn't know that you guys actually can custom the gates, maybe initial, or you did something great for South Bend Chocolates. You want to mention that?
Yeah, we make, or in-house we have our own gate shop, and we do customize all gates. The one at the South Bend Chocolate Factory was a custom job that we had to send out. The gate is actually supposed to resemble the St. Joe River, so we had that all done and customized to their specifications.
Now, besides fencing, is there anything else that you guys, how about like if somebody wants, a faux stone mailbox or something like that, or even like you said, talked about light posts, so you're not just limiting yourself to fencing?
Correct. These, in fact, we installed the first one for my mom, and it comes in different sizes. Hers is a huge pillar with a light on top. You can make it address numbers. You can add mailboxes. You can pretty much customize it the way it's set up, and you can manipulate this, to make that custom look.
Well, you told a great story before we went on air, and I want to talk about it really quick. And hey, it was a lady who had twins, and she bought some chain link to separate the room. I mean, there is just nothing you can't do with fencing these days.
I guess not.
Well, tell the folks again where you're located and maybe a phone number, or if you have a website that people can get a hold of you at.
Sure. We're on State Road 19 between Wakarusa and Nappanee, and our number is in all the books. It's 574-862-2006, and we're open here Monday through Friday. And our estimators come out, give you free estimates, and they're all very experienced and qualified at customizing your fence for your purpose, that fits your landscape and you'll be happy with.
Yeah, I'm very happy with mine. So, and don't forget, you can always see their ad in the Elkhart County Living Magazine, so pick one of those up if you can't remember what Lisa told you here today. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment after this short break.